The situation of having everything hot, including the hot wire, neutral wire, and metal box, is a serious electrical hazard. It indicates a fundamental problem with the grounding and neutral connections within the electrical system. The fact that this condition exists on multiple devices in the same circuit points to a common issue affecting the entire circuit. The fact that it is BX cable suggests potential issues with the armor acting as the ground. Let's break down possible causes and troubleshooting steps. Firstly, a loose or disconnected ground wire is a prime suspect. The ground wire provides a safe path for fault current to return to the source, tripping the circuit breaker. If this wire is loose at any point, whether the receptacle, switch, metal box, or within the panel itself, the current will seek alternative paths, such as through the metal parts of the electrical system. Secondly, a broken BX cable is another possibility. BX cable uses its metal armor as the ground conductor. If the cable is damaged, corroded, or improperly installed, the continuity of this ground path can be compromised. Thirdly, consider an improperly installed plastic box. If a plastic box has replaced a metal box at some point, it is essential to ensure that a proper ground connection is maintained. This typically involves running a separate ground wire to the device and bonding it to the circuit ground. Without this connection, the circuit ground is lost. An air splice, although less likely in a permanent installation, could be present. An air splice is an uninsulated connection between two wires. If this connection becomes loose or corroded, it can create a high-resistance connection, disrupting the flow of current and causing voltage to appear on the neutral and ground wires. The fact that the problem has existed for over a year suggests a slow degradation of a connection or component rather than a sudden catastrophic failure. The lack of shocks reported by the homeowner may be due to several factors. Firstly, a limited current draw of the connected devices. If the devices are drawing minimal current, the voltage on the neutral and ground may not be high enough to cause a significant shock. Secondly, consider the environmental conditions. Dry conditions or insulated footwear can increase the body's resistance, reducing the likelihood of a shock. Now, let's talk about how to troubleshoot this situation safely. Firstly, and most importantly, always work with the circuit de-energized. Turn off the circuit breaker supplying the affected circuit and verify that the power is off using a reliable voltage tester. Secondly, inspect all accessible ground connections. Check the ground connections at each receptacle, switch, and metal box on the affected circuit. Ensure that the wires are securely connected and that there is no corrosion or damage. Thirdly, examine the BX cable. Visually inspect the BX cable for any signs of damage such as cuts, kinks, or corrosion. Pay close attention to the connections where the cable enters the boxes. Fourthly, verify the ground connection at the service panel. Check the main ground connection at the service panel to ensure that it is secure and properly bonded to the grounding electrode system. Fifthly, test for continuity. Use a multimeter to test for continuity between the ground wire at various points on the circuit and the main ground of the service panel. A high resistance reading indicates a break in the ground path. Sixthly, look for any unauthorized modifications. Look for any signs of unauthorized modifications or repairs to the electrical system. These could include improper wiring connections, loose connections, or damaged components. Seventhly, if you find a plastic box, ensure proper grounding. If a plastic box has been installed, make sure that a separate ground wire has been run to the device and bonded to the circuit ground. If you suspect an air splice, carefully inspect any exposed wire connections for signs of corrosion or damage. Replace any damaged or corroded connections with properly insulated and secured connections. Now let's dive deeper into each potential cause. If you find a loose or disconnected ground wire, tighten the screw terminal or reconnect the wire securely. Make sure that the wire is properly sized for the terminal and that it is not frayed or damaged. When examining the BX cable, look for signs of physical damage or corrosion. If the cable is damaged, it may need to be replaced. If you find corrosion, clean the affected area and apply a corrosion inhibitor. Remember, BX cable relies on the metal armor for grounding, so ensure the connectors are properly tightened to provide a continuous ground path. If a plastic box is installed without a ground wire, you'll need to add one. Run a ground wire from the metal device mounting bracket to the nearest accessible ground point, such as a nearby metal box or the service panel. Secure the ground wire with appropriate connectors. When dealing with an air splice, replace it with a proper wire connection. Use wire connectors that are rated for the application and ensure that the connection is tight and secure. Wrap the connection with the electrical tape for added insulation. Consider the fact that multiple devices are affected on the same circuit. This suggests that the problem is likely located at a central point, such as the service panel, a junction box, or a damaged section of BX cable that feeds multiple devices. Focus your troubleshooting efforts on these areas. The slow development of the problem over a year indicates a gradual degradation of a connection or component. This could be due to corrosion, vibration, or thermal cycling. Pay close attention to connections that are exposed to these factors. The homeowner's lack of shocks does not mean the situation is safe. The risk of electric shock is always present when the grounding system is compromised. Take all necessary precautions when working on the electrical system. If you are not comfortable working on electrical systems, it is best to consult a qualified electrician. They have the experience and tools to diagnose and repair electrical problems safely and effectively. Some additional things to consider are voltage drop, which can cause devices to malfunction and create heat, further damaging wiring. Using a multimeter to measure the voltage at different points in the circuit can help identify areas of excessive voltage drop. Also, consider arc faults, which are dangerous electrical discharges that can occur when there is a break in the circuit. Arc faults can generate heat and ignite nearby materials, causing a fire. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or FSIs, are designed to detect arc faults and trip the circuit breaker, preventing a fire. If the circuit is not already protected by an FSI, consider installing one. Finally, remember that electrical work can be dangerous. Always take precautions to protect yourself from electric shock. Wear appropriate safety gear, such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. Work in a well-lit area and avoid working in wet conditions. If you are not comfortable working on electrical systems, it is best to consult a qualified electrician. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides detailed requirements for the safe installation and maintenance of electrical systems. Consult the NEC for guidance on proper wiring methods, grounding techniques, and overcurrent protection. Common NEC articles to consider are 250.4, which covers grounding requirements, 300.11, which covers securing and supporting wiring, 314.16, which addresses box fill calculations, and 406.4, which speaks to receptacle replacements. Electrical codes and standards are constantly evolving to improve safety and prevent electrical hazards. Stay up to date in the latest codes and standards to ensure that your electrical work is safe and compliant. Let's discuss some specific troubleshooting steps using a multimeter. Firstly, with the circuit de-energized, perform a continuity test between the neutral conductor at the affected receptacle and the grounding conductor at the same receptacle. A normal reading would be very close to 0 ohms, indicating a good bond. A high resistance or an open circuit indicates a problem with the neutral ground connection. Secondly, perform a voltage test between the hot conductor and the neutral conductor at the affected receptacle. With the circuit energized, this should read approximately 120 volts in a typical residential setting. A significantly lower voltage indicates a voltage drop, possibly due to a loose connection or undersized wiring. Thirdly, perform a voltage test between the hot conductor and the grounding conductor at the affected receptacle. With the circuit energized, this should also read approximately 120 volts. A significantly lower voltage indicates a problem with the grounding path. Fourthly, perform a voltage test between the neutral conductor and the grounding conductor at the affected receptacle. With the circuit energized, this should read very close to 0 volts. A higher voltage indicates current flowing on the grounding conductor, which is a sign of a problem. Fifthly, perform an impedance test on the grounding conductor. This test requires a specialized impedance meter and measures the impedance of the grounding path. A high impedance reading indicates a poor grounding connection. If you suspect a problem with the BX cable, you can perform a continuity test on the armor. With the circuit energized, use a multimeter to check for continuity between the armor of the BX cable and the grounding conductor at the service panel. A high resistance or an open circuit indicates a break in the armor. When inspecting the wiring connections inside the boxes, pay close attention to the wire connectors. Ensure that the connectors are properly sized for the wires being connected and that they are tightly secured. Loose wire connectors can cause a variety of problems, including voltage drop, overheating, and arc faults. Check the service panel for any signs of corrosion, damage, or loose connections. The service panel is the heart of the electrical system, and any problems there can affect the entire system. Ensure that all the circuit breakers are properly seated and that the connections are tight. Look for signs of overheating, such as discoloration or melting. Remember, when working with electrical systems, safety is paramount. Always take precautions to protect yourself from electric shock. If you are not comfortable working on electrical systems, it is best to consult a qualified electrician. They have the experience and tools to diagnose and repair electrical problems safely and effectively. After completing the troubleshooting and repairs, test the circuit to ensure that it is working properly. Use a voltage tester to verify that the voltage is correct at all the receptacles and switches. Check for any signs of overheating or other problems. By following these steps, you can effectively troubleshoot and repair a hot, neutral, and ground issue in a BX cable system. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult a qualified electrician if you are not comfortable working on electrical systems.